My name is Adele. I could not live life as a single mother, so I decided to remarry. But marriage never gave me peace. My ex-husband was always around my second husband, and my children hated me for every choice I made. I was barely surviving from my small bakery. I had 3 children, 2 daughters, and 1 son. Selling bread and pastries was not enough anymore. I worked long hours, and still the bills waited. My hands were always tired. My back always hurt. But my eldest daughter wanted more. She wanted nice clothes, a better life, and people who mattered. I felt ashamed every time she looked at my bakery uniform. That was when I decided to marry again. I met Reynolds during one of my deliveries. He owned a large building in the city, an old place with big windows and space for a real restaurant, a place I dreamed about every night. Reynolds was charming, calm, well-dressed. He spoke like a man who never worried about money. He looked at me like I was special, like I was not just a tired woman with flour on her hands. I told myself I was not marrying for love. I was marrying for stability, for a future. Reynolds knew what I wanted. He promised me the building. He promised support. He promised a new life. So I said yes. My first husband, Daniel, did not take it well. Daniel was not a bad man, but he was weak. He never understood my hunger to survive. He said I cared more about money than family. When he heard about Reynolds, his kindness turned into bitterness. He started showing up more often at the bakery, near my home, near the restaurant plans. He asked questions. He gave warnings. He said Reynolds was using me. I ignored him. I opened the restaurant. At first it was small, but people loved the food. The name spread. Soon I opened another one, then another. For the first time I felt powerful. But power has a price. Reynolds changed after we married. He spent money freely. He hosted people I did not know. He lived like my success belonged to him. Slowly, my business started bleeding money. My eldest daughter grew colder. She loved the house Reynolds gave us, but she hated me. She said I embarrassed her. She said I was still just a baker pretending to be rich. Daniel watched all of this from a distance. He tried to warn me again. He told me Reynolds was moving money. He told me Reynolds was pushing me out of my own business. I told him to leave me alone. I did not want to hear the truth. One night, I came home early and found Reynolds packing his things. He did not shout. He did not cry. He said he was tired. He said the marriage was a mistake. He said he needed a different life. He left the keys on the table and walked out. Just like that, Reynolds was gone. The restaurant followed soon after, without his connections and with the debts he left behind. I could not keep it open. I worked one last shift alone. I cleaned the tables. I turned off the lights. I locked the door and stood outside with my coat around me. That was when I saw Daniel. He was standing across the street, waiting. He did not smile. He did not judge. He just opened his arms. For the first time in a long time, I walked toward him. Not because he was perfect, not because the past was fixed, but because he knew who I was before the money, before the restaurant, before the mistakes. And this time, I was tired of running.